It's Saturday. What's up, y'all? Yeah, thank you for stopping by on your Saturday. You could be doing something other than listening to me. But I got fucking internal bleeding plans, so listen to that. From Voracious Contempt. Saw them live at a concert. They played. I forget who they played with. Might have been like Devourment or something. It sounds right. Yeah, picked that up at the show. Had a great time. It's a good picture, just not a good lighting. Yeah, if only we knew what Slam would turn into. I think a lot of people give Slam shit. Slam doesn't deserve all the bullshit with like early devourment, early internal bleeding, early dying fetus. Nothing wrong with that stuff. Slam. Yeah, 2005 or so upwards. Yikes. It got pretty dumb. Here, you want to order a shirt? You can. Look at that. It's a little official merchandise label. Oh, yeah. Nah, these old dudes were tough, man. The whole scene was tough back then. It was 2005, it started wimping out on us. I don't know why. Oh, we're on track 5. What is that? Gutted Human Sacrifice. Yeah. Gutted Human Sacrifice by Internal Bleeding. I remember the pit being extra hard for this one. I just remember a few shows. And it was usually Devourment, where those pits were just extra hard. Yep. So I wanted to talk about something, a casual story for our Saturday here, involving your unreliable narrator. Oh yeah, talking to Josh, I always remembered like cassette tapes. He was like, "Do you remember burning tapes? Do you remember cassette tapes?" Because he showed off a video where he had cassette tapes. Yeah, I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I remember cassette tapes. Thank God. I used to burn them. You get the side-by-side ones. You could play one tape and record another one, record the radio. Yeah, man, that was old school days. Now we have the internet. Fuck, I mentioned that the other day, like, y'all have YouTube and Discogs and Metal Archive. God, we would have killed for that shit back in the day. But now we don't have to because we have it. So I think I had a college professor say there was no appreciation for knowledge. And he was speaking from his experience when he was like, 30 years ago, and this was 10 years ago, longer than that. He was saying, back in like 90s on, earlier, 2000s earlier, with 2000s kind of, if you had a question of like, when was so-and-so, the famous singer, born? There's no way of knowing that. No way of figuring out when somebody's birth date was. Or if you're like, how many albums in that band's discography? No way of knowing that. So now that you do have an instantaneous gratification with knowledge, there's no appreciation for knowledge. I think that's what a lot of problems stem from. So lack of discipline, the tools you've been given, the resources you've been given. And we're all guilty to a certain extent. God dang it, I said I was going to make this a fun video, not a boring one. So back into that cassette tape thing. Yeah. This is a story one time. I had to go to a certain part of town that was filled with, where a lot of Hispanics lived. Not all, but... That was from The Untouchables. That was Robert De Niro. If you haven't seen The Untouchables, Robert De Niro and Kevin Costner, it's good. Yeah, it was good back then. It's okay now. It's got Kevin Costner in it. Although De Niro is... Capone is pretty hot. Anyways, so it was in this Hispanic part of town. I always like going in there. The taquerias, the food was so much better. You know, and it wasn't Southwestern. It was some cases it wasn't even Tex-Mex. It was like authentic Salvadoran, Guatemalan, you know, lower Mexico. It was usually that authentic food that they were eating. Oh, I love going over there. At the Practicar Mi Español. Yeah. Aquí, no, not so much. So anyways, I had made some friends in the death metal scene, the satanic Hispanics, as we like to call them, which was just any Hispanic guy that was from the Hispanic part of town that was into death metal. And there were quite a few of them, and that number only grew. The satanic Hispanics, they were so cool. Well, anyways, adjacent to the satanic Hispanics were street gangs. Yeah. So I learned a long time ago it was good to grease the wheels of the neighborhoods you were going through to show that you mean no disrespect and you're cool as fuck. You're cool. So when you got the death metal guys at your side, that's a good thing. But you know, sometimes it takes a donation of something to just be like, here you go. I found this. You can have this. This is y'all's. We're tight, right? This means we're tight. We're good. So, yeah. But one of those many transfers I was doing, but when I was leaving, I didn't give a fuck. I'd roll the windows down and blare music because my shit was clean. What's that rap song? They see me rolling, hating because they trying to catch me riding dirty. Yeah. When you're not riding dirty, oh yeah, the windows are down, the music is blared. I promise I'm going somewhere with this. Old car. Had a cassette player. Well, it was old. It wasn't old then. It was actually a reasonably new car back then. It was a 90s car in the 90s. Had a cassette player in it. I was limited to like Cross the Sticks by Sinister and Hate and I think Diabolical Summoning as well. Had all three of those on tape. Got a real good deal on them. Then we had like Death Angel. That was another band we had. Of course, we had fucking Exodus. And those other party boy beard thrash bands. I wasn't a big fan of, but people would... My car was kind of a donate a tape, take a tape. You could take a tape that was in my car if you gave me one. Now, if it was a store-bought official release... It had to be with another store-bought official release that I actually wanted to hear. Couldn't show up with like Madonna and expect that to fly. No, you wouldn't even get in the car, first off. I'm like, nope, can't get in. Anyways, jokes aside. So I had to give a tape, take a tape. But I also did the same for blanks. We would take blanks and make stuff with them. Copy pre-existing tapes or make mixtapes. I was the guy at mixtapes, man. I made some sick ones. If you left me a blank tape and said, hey, make me a mixtape, I would do that for you. So it was kind of limited on what to play except for those mixtapes, but I remembered I had Brujeria. I had Raza Odiada y Matando Hueros. I had both those. But it was Raza Odiada, Echando Chingazos. Y'all do not know that song from Brujeria. You gotta look at it. You gotta listen to it. It's fucking badass. You just listen to Brujeria. It's fucking awesome. It's death metal for Mexico. Satanic death metal for Mexico, but it was actually like members of like Fear Factory and other bands doing a super group. But it was really cool because they were supposed to be like cartel guys. It's really cool. Comment down below if you know who Brujeria is. Comment down below if you know what the fuck I'm talking about when I'm speaking in Spanish. So anyways, that Echando Chingazos, Granudos Locos. Anyways, you can look that up, what that means, on your own. But anyways, a school had let out, and the buses were going by. I was stuck at a red light with those kids at our stop sign or whatever. These kids with their windows down. I queued up that Brujeria, Echando Chingazos, and played that for them. You know, so they're just sitting there minding their own business, and there's this white boy tatted up. She didn't have any tat. Actually, I didn't have my sleeves back then, so I was bare armed. So just this white boy, you know, with a death metal shirt on, sitting in traffic in a Hispanic part of town, but I'm blaring death metal where the lyrics are in Spanish. And I had looked up what that meant and asked other people, because I was still learning Spanish back then, you know, what all that crap meant. And I was like, oh, that's badass. So I had that queued up and played that, you know, so all those little young people could hear it. They loved it. They actually did. They were very excited. They were like, yeah. I think I saw horns, but a lot of the kids were like, yeah, cheering when that chorus part came up. I think the chorus means like doing motherfucker. It doesn't say motherfuckers. No, it doesn't say motherfuckers, but he kind of does in Spanish. Like the hechando chingazos, it's doing fuckers. And I guess it's supposed to mean he's doing motherfuckers. Pa-pow! So it was hard for them to hear a white boy jamming that. And Granudos Locos is a crazy headbanger. But even though that's kind of not what that means. But in their language, it's close enough. Yeah, that's a problem with American slang and Spanish. Sometimes there's not a word for it, but the same thing exists in like Spanish. Sometimes a word that's a word that in English is actually a huge insult to them, and you're like, explain that? And then you get it, and you're like, oh wow. And I've heard slang like that used in television shows or when I can overhear conversations, and I'm like, huh. I love being the white guy that the Hispanics doesn't know he speaks Spanish. That shit is amazing. You can hear so much. Of course, one job they were in a dilemma, and I was helping them, and they realized I spoke Spanish, so they were like, they calmed down immediately, and we solved their problem. And like later on, I was rounding the corner, and they were talking, and they were talking about buying a car or something like that. And I rounded the corner, and they saw me, and they all stopped talking. Stop talking! There he is. Guy who understands it. So anyways, yeah, there's a cassette tape, early TXDM days, playing Brujeria in the barrio. I don't know, fun story, fun time with metal, and you know, just, I mean, when you're in the scene, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm in the scene, or I want to be in the scene, or there's no scene to be a part of. Dude, wherever you are, there is the scene. You got your shirt, you got your car where the music can come out, you got your attitude and stuff like that. Wherever the scene is, where two or more of us are gathered, there is a scene. Where two or more of us are gathered, there's a church, I believe is how it goes. But we'll co-opt that quote because it's a good quote. Oh, I don't have a scene where I'm at. Are there more than are there at least two of you can have a scene? Guys, this isn't a motorcycle club where you have to have at least 5 members. Okay, this is a death metal scene. Wherever you are, there's a scene. And be a spectacle within reason. Don't be a fucking Karen, or don't be somebody that you have to fucking put on Instagram or YouTube or whatever and be like, look at this jerk. Don't be a jerk. Be cool. Be brutal. Doesn't mean attack people. It just means like take no shit. And if anybody asks you your opinion, give the most sick opinion you can. I like it in political conversations, you know. It's like, taxation is theft. Like, well, what are your political thoughts? Taxation is theft. Government is organized crime. There's my political leaning. Anyways, this isn't political. I don't want to get political. I mean, well, you heard it. There it is. There's a totality of it right there. Hope your Saturdays are going great. Saturday is going great. And good weekend and all. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on Saturday. I'm cutting this on a different day. It was in a good vibe. Thought I'd make this Saturday. I want to see my war boss. My orc war boss. With his attack squig. Yeah, man. Oh, the gun's not even in it. Look how big that model is, dude. Look how big that damn thing is. Ooh, it just gets in the camera like that. This combi rocket and shit. Yeah, man. Orcs are so much fun to paint. You can just do whatever silly thing you want. I'm gonna paint that cable purple. Why? I don't know. Fucking do it. I want their armor this gaudy blue, but not too gaudy. I want it to be all well worn. Yeah. And here's this dock assistant, the pain board. That was an excuse to paint orange. That orange cabling. I just wanted to do that. Something, you know, lots of purple. Orange and purple. Why? Color wheel. Look at where it sits across from green. Blue and green kind of contrasting each other, and then you grab other contrast that. Like yellow. There's a little grot with a syringe up here. That's fucking crazy. Yellow goop coming out. What's he giving you? I don't fucking know. And then we got the Rucka Truck Squig Buggy. Yeah, anything to make it look well worn, mismatched metal on that gas tank. Oh yeah, that's a nice touch, if I do say so myself. Bitch part of this model, this little guy standing on the top right here. Oh my god, getting him to stand upright. Oh look, there's mud tracks in there. Look, I did mud in there. I'll show that in a second. Back around front. Look at that. Yeah, he's got a Molotov cocktail sticking out of his hands. Pretty cool, huh? And there's the top-down perspective, so you can really look in there and see what's going on. They got a bed full of squigs, and they shoot those little red guys, kind of like the attack squig over here. Like that big son of a bitch, that red pink son of a bitch. There's a big one. They've got all damn sizes, and they put them in the bed of their truck. And they launch them out of cannons. I don't know, I didn't write it. It's fucking funny though. But yeah, they had a bed of them. Yeah, that was a bitch and a half to paint. Really, not really. Just kind of top down, did all that stuff. And good light, good brush. Crane your neck a little bit. And it all works out. Yeah, I did the tire tracks. Please. Compressing that dirt a little bit, making it muddy when he runs through there. Yeah. Guys, learn to do stuff with your hands. Do stuff with your hands. Oh. Internal bleeding, voracious contempt. Shit, we almost 20 minutes, y'all. Anyways, Sunday is going to be music videos. Hope y'all are enjoying that. I got a playlist of music videos. Go to my channel, My Music Vids. It's going to say that in one of the playlists, My Music Vids. That's all those little music videos I'm putting up. I got Ectopia, Sickly Private. Dude, I think I'm the only YouTuber that has that up. Go listen to that. That is some dudes from like Belgium or Netherlands or some shit. Anyways, that dude Sven from Centurion, he was a part of that project and aborted. So wherever the fuck aborted came from, that's where they came from. So yeah, I think I'm the only one with Ectopia, Sickly Private up. That Mortician track, Traces of Death, off the Traces of Death soundtrack from Relapse Records, and the documentary, Shockumentary. I think I'm the only one with that track. I did not see anybody else hosting those tracks, so I have 2 exclusives in My Music Vids playlist. I got something in my nose, it's driving me nuts. Yeah. Anyways, y'all, yeah, go check that out. Listen to those tunes. You can't get I have them. I'm giving them to you. That you may listen to them. And I put up a bunch of other stuff. Some Viral Load. That Viral Load, Bash Fucking Skull. How are you not liking that song? That song should be in 1,000 plays by now. It's only like in 20 or something. And Exhumer's low. And Inoculation's low. Inoculation Elysium's like one of the lowest ones. Like, how are y'all missing those? Are y'all just not seeing them? You just not care? Oh, do you got better things to do than listen to metal? And I'm giving y'all a playlist, and I've been doing it every Sunday for a few weeks now. I'm just going to continue that trend. If anything, this is going to evolve into like a radio station or something. I don't know. Anyways, we're 21 minutes. I'm Cattle Prod, Appalachian Warlord. Remember, it's not voluntary, it's tyranny. And taxation is theft. You know the drill. Later, y'all.